YouTube, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back in for another episode, channel upload, content video, whatever you want to call this, here on the channel. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you guys dialing in. Again, a lot of coins been being made last few days. Been a little bit since our last upload, but between our Twitch streams and the content we've been pumping out over here on YouTube, still doing daily stuff. Real quick, want to touch base about what's going on in the game. Throw a little bit of coin making in the background. A couple different filters we're still rocking. Just see what the auction house is like, and touch base that we've finally started to really crank out. Making honestly a little over than a mil a day. And change. I mean, we're pushing mid 30s in terms of millions. Gonna be closing up in on 40 mil before we know it. So we've really been making just hand over fist worthy coin every single day. It's been very nice, very methodical, very passive. What I want to start this video with is actually something I've talked about previously. Is I want to kind of talk to the big fish out there, the guys who have a ton of coin. I would say any more than maybe 5 mil or so. Especially if you have, I would say, over 10 mil. Keep an eye on this 94 to 95 filter. This is not for people that want to play it safe. This is not for people, I would say, a majority of the community. But I would very seldomly check this filter, 94 to 95, all offense, all defense, and kind of familiarize yourself with these specific overalls and these specific promo cards. I've been able to find some really good snipes in these. Now, granted, you're going to have to play it super safe for the first few hours, maybe even first few days you look at that filter. There's really no cookie cutter sheet about like what 94s and 95s sell for. They're more based off of what the specific card you snipe is going for. It's not like a lazy sell type filter. But just to show you guys what I've been able to grab some of these 94 and 95s for. Let's see here in my recent bids. As you see here, we bought a Joe Burrow for just under 1 million coins the other day. I can show you what I ended up selling that for, but we bought a Roma Dunze for 303. Let's see. Do I have any other 94s up in here? Lamar Jackson for 701. A JJ Watt for 235. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Doesn't appear that way. Those might have been the only 94 to 95s I've been gracious enough to grab. Oh, a TJ Watt down here for 175. So as you saw, we bought one up there earlier for 230 something. But if we go to our auctions here, you can see some of the cards I bought those for. Again, that Joe Burrow I bought for just under 1 mil. You see what we sold him for, 1.42. You see that we bought that Roma Dunze, I believe it was 303, trying to get 445 for him. A couple other cards. Where was some other stuff we grabbed? JJ Watt, I believe we bought for 220 or 230. Ended up selling for 290 almost. Lamar Jackson, I believe we bought that for 6 and change. Ended up selling it for just under 950. So you can kind of see these are, if you're sniping these, you're pushing probably 6 digits. I mean, you're making probably 100,000 coins a snipe. Now, granted, the risk is through the roof, and you really have to kind of gauge what those specific card prices are going for. But to you guys that are understanding the concept and the principles we're preaching here on both YouTube and Twitch, I would highly recommend just kind of familiarizing yourself with 94s and 95s. Like, for example, if you see this Jalen McMillan, right? Just for example, go check out what he's going for, right? See what Jalen McMillan's going for. Make a mental note. You see he's going for mid 4s. So if you see him anywhere in the mid 3s or below, you should grab him. Just make a little mental note. Grab a notebook, grab your phone notes, grab a Word document, open on a browser, whether it be your PC or your laptop. Just subtly kind of make mental notes of cards that you think either interest you or there's not that many of or is most relevant to the time of the game that you're watching this video. I would just kind of familiarize yourself with certain cards, man. Like this Jeff Garcia just came out. Another example, right? His legend was this past Saturday. Let's see what Jeff Garcia is going for. What's his market for right now? Same thing. Mid 4s. So if you see anything in the mid 3s, even maybe the high 3s, you may be able to kind of get away with, buying for that and trying to see if you can get low to mid 4s. Just little things like that. Be a sponge for knowledge. Approach the auction house this way. It really does make your experience on this game infinitely more rewarding, and you can make a lot more passive coin that way. So I want to start the video kind of talking to my big fish players out there. 94, 95s. I try to explain this as in-depth as I can over on the Twitch streets. This is more or less maybe more of a live style filter because you can ask specific questions about specific promos and specific cards. But I wanted to start this YouTube video off by touching base with 94 and 95s. Don't be afraid to sit on this filter for 15, 20 minutes and just watch card prices. Some of the best advice I can give to any of you guys out there that want to make coin is sometimes not even buying cards is the most beneficial thing. Just watch the auction house. See how the auction house moves. See how different prices fluctuate. They ebb and flow. See what filters are active. See what filters are slow. See what promo has a ton of cards listed. See what positions are really good. What content is relevant to the day, again, you're watching this, the hour you're watching this. All this stuff you kind of have to take into account and have a more whole-sighted and like economical approach than a lot of people would tend to admit and care to admit. But yeah, I just want to start the video off with that. And with that being said, let's kind of get back into our bread and butter here. I want to see our 90 and 91s, our 92 and 93s, as we kind of talk over in the background of what's going on in the game. So we see 90s are going for, looks like 65, 91s, if I had to guess, are going for 85 to 90, but let's see. Looks like they're going for 90. So 65 and 90K corresponding values. 92s are still going for, actually they've come down a little bit, anywhere from I would say 110. I'd probably try to get 115 for them. And 93s, let's say they're going for, I'm going to try 210. Probably still try to get 215 for my 93s. So 90s at 65, 91s at 90, 92s at 115, 93s at 215. And without further ado, let's just go through the filters, kind of flip around, see what we got here. Can't guarantee we'll get anything too crazy, but you never know. Kind of want to see what's out there on the auction house. And yeah, we see there Marvin Harrison for 215, or excuse me, for 199. We know they sell for 215. Definitely don't want that. Luke Kuechly, Baker Mayfield, Rondé Barber. No, nothing crazy going on here. Again, guys, you probably see that we're having our training amass in the top right. I told you guys we're going to start building up training. Want to try to get involved with making some passive coin there. Actually, is this the newest filter? Let me go to let's go to Team of the Week here. 52. Yeah, it does look like it. It just looks like there hasn't been an AFC West 92 to 93 posted in 8 minutes, which is kind of crazy. 205 for Bo Nix. 266 for Cromartie is not a terrible buy, but we're not going to go ahead and pull on that. We're going to continue to rotate through these. 237, 147, 104 for Driver. 92s right now, I'd say we're looking at probably like under, I don't know, under 95 would be amazing. 266 for Sean Alexander is not terrible. Actually, we may want to go back and look at that because he's still a card that you can more or less try to get over for 3. So we may actually want to take a look at this real fast. 266 for Sean Alexander. I see a 269 there as well. 278, 279. No, he is fallen quite a bit on that front. So please keep in mind also, guys, with these snow attached currency denomination cards, they are definitely coming down in price pretty rapidly as we get further away from zero chill and snow denomination currency being relevant in any sense or any capacity. Plus, the auction house over the last few days really spiked because of the MCS event. So you're going to kind of see these higher tier cards slowly start to creep their way down. If you remember, probably 2, 3, 4 days ago, the auction house was super up. Like, I'm talking some overall cards doubled in value. So you want to go ahead and make sure that you're kind of being cognizant of the market is slowly starting to trend back down to what it was pre-MCS event. And be very mindful when buying, especially I would say your 93s. 90 to 92s, you can still kind of, I would say, play it safe with what you're buying for. It's a lot easier to get off lower overall cards. But keep in mind that you want to be very mindful of prices are, I think, going to start trickling back down to cheaper values before the this past weekend came. So let's see what else we got here. Tyreek Hill for 68. Yeah, we could probably flip this. He's a snow card. Again, I just happen to know that he goes for a little more than your normal 90. I should be able to maybe get mid 80s for him. His historical median is 92. Obviously, the recent sale history doesn't look like a great buy, but I promise you I should be able to probably get 85 for it over an 8-hour span. Some of these zero chill lower overall cards still go for a decent amount just because they're kind of cool and quirky cards, like Tyreek Hill's middle linebacker, like Tom Brady's punter card. So definitely want to keep in mind on that front. Let's see here, AFC South, nothing going on there. Again, we're looking for, I would say, 90s at around 52K, 53K and under. 91s, I'm going to be looking at probably 75K and under if I have to be honest. Again, I don't know if the auction house is going to be very feasible right now. I kind of just hopped on and wanted to touch base and give my insight as to where we're at in the game. As you can see, like I said, we've been mass accruing coin for the better part of the last few weeks just based off this filter alone. Highly recommend you guys continue to ask questions, continue to get involved. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what else we can kind of pump out. The goal for me, the far-sighted goal, I should say, is I would love to be able to get to 50 mil, as quick as I possibly can. But I know with that, it's going to come a lot of hard work, and I'm going to have to definitely do a lot of different things to be able to passively make some coin and whatnot. So looking forward to getting to 40 mil next, and then from there we'll try to shoot for the big 5-0. But yeah, if you guys are having success, again, continue to let me know in the comment section maybe what you started at and what you're at now when it comes to coin making, and how the videos have been helping you, what you want to see. You guys kind of know where we're at and what we've been doing. So I appreciate all the love and support up to this point. And yeah, this is just kind of a quick touch base video saying where we're at going on in Madden Ultimate Team. Doesn't look like any 92 to 93s are populating right now. Sean Alexander, there's a lot of them being posted, so I have a feeling we may end up getting some decent 93 snow denomination cards getting posted for cheap if so many are being posted right now. Maybe something to look forward to this afternoon. Some of those Luke Kuechly's, Sean Alexander's, Bo Nix's. Would keep an eye on some of those cards because it looks like a lot of them are getting posted, so a lot of people might be trying to offload cards before the quote-unquote market dip or market crash that could be on the horizon coming mid to late this week after the MCS event. So something to keep in mind. Like I said, I would highly encourage you guys to start looking for like little nuances or subtleties within the auction house and making like mental notes about, what's the market like compared on a Monday to a Friday in this game. I would challenge you guys to jot a note or two down somewhere mentally and say, oh, Mondays it looks like it's a little more up than it is on Fridays, or Tuesdays the market's terrible and Thursdays it looks really good. If you can kind of learn the ebbs and flows of the auction house on a week-to-week basis and make your own little subtle patterns of maybe when the buy window is at its peak and when the sell window is at its floor, or this is when you should really be doing set arbitrage between buying cards in the auction house and then combining them and condensing them into a set and selling that card because the auction house is this. Stuff like that, I can't really teach you directly. You kind of have to be told to look for those things, and then you want to kind of pick up little nuances or subtleties here as you're able to. We'll grab this Donovan for 190. Not a terrible buy. I'm gonna see if I can get 215 was main page, I believe. Gonna see if, again, I'm gonna post my cards for 8 hours because a lot of these cards I think are going to take some time to sell. But I mean, 215 is what I can get for it. 220 would put us at 198 post tax. I'm gonna see if I can stretch the envelope a little bit and put it up for 225. Again, it may sell its first go around, it may not. I'm putting it up for 8 hours publicly because I think the auction house is not super active at the time you're watching this video. It's a little more laid back and methodical. But I do really like 93 still. I mean, if I can get them, 190K and under right now, there's no reason for me not to scoop them up for training purposes alone, let alone for, me being able to kind of lazy pick and sell my spots there. See, a bunch of Bo Nixes. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. I foresee a lot of these Bo Nixes getting posted. And if he keeps creeping down to that 190, 180, 175 range, I will buy as many of them as they get posted. Excuse me, I couldn't spit that sentence out there. As many of these that get posted, I will pull the trigger and scoop all of these for 190, 180, 175. Because I think I can still get 220, 230 for him if I'm patient enough. I don't foresee him being too hard of a sell. Obviously, he's a very popular card with potentially being a Rookie of the Year candidate. The Broncos have a really good fan base, and he's still a higher tier overall quarterback card in the game. So definitely. And for theme team purposes, he's obviously going to be a great addition. So definitely would make little subtle notes about some of those snow cards: Montgomery, Calvin Johnson, Paul Krause, like I said, Kuechly, Jimmy Graham. Just make little mental notes, and if you see a lot of them getting posted for, low 200s, maybe you can kind of cheat and see if you can find any periodically, just punching in their last name or punching in their specific position or team to see if you can find any low cheap cost cut corner snipes about them. So it's another little tip of mine. I'm kind of going on a tangent here, but I think a lot of these tips can really help you guys get ahead of the auction house and the curve in the market, and make you more well diverse when it comes to sniping. So let's see what else we got here. I only bought a couple cards. Nothing, like I said, too crazy. I didn't expect the auction house to be too crazy, but let's see here. Gesicki for 111. Definitely not a buy there. We saw a Saquon on the other page that I saw got posted for really high pricing, so not sure what's going on with that card. What else do we got here? 90 for 65K. I'm curious to see also, I don't know this. This is me thinking out loud here. If there is going to be a playoff part 2 promo. I really don't know if there will be or not, but I guess we'll find out on Thursday. If you guys do know if that's coming down the pipeline, please feel free to let me know, because that will have market implications as well. I assume they'll be doing a second part of the playoff promo at least. I don't know about anything further, but if you know if anything is coming down the pipeline, here's a 91 Jake Ferguson for 68. This is a great buy if I could get it. We saw main page was going for 90K, so we're absolutely going to grab this under the 70,000 coin threshold that it's at. Going to see if I can maybe sell it for, I don't know, let's throw it for 88.9 for 8 hours, see if we can make a quick 10, 11, 12, 13K on that card. Nice little Jake Ferguson buy. What else do we got here? Let's see. Yeah, I am very excited, though, as well, to see what we can kind of do with that training in the top right. Like I said, I want to try to get it somewhere between maybe 150 and 250,000 training, and then just do like a crazy little, talk in the background and open some packs and see what we can pull. I air quote pull, because we probably won't get anything, but again, for science purposes and entertainment value, I think it can be pretty nice to see what the actual odds of someone who's doing a large sample size like that for data purposes around the community, I think would be beneficial to a lot of people. So I'd rather lose on my end than someone in chat or someone in the comment section or one of you precious viewers losing on your end. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I had. Again, nothing too crazy in this video. I just wanted to kind of fire something up and tell you guys that be cognizant of the auction house. Is probably going to be going through a dip and a lull here the next few days. Continue to rock, 88s, 89s, 90s, 91s, 92s, and 93s. Be a little more cognizant on 93s, especially your snow denomination ones, because I think they're going to continue to go down the further away from that promo we get, as well as after the MCS event. And yeah, for all you big fish, big hitter guys, that 94 to 95 filter can be really good for you guys to just keep food for thought on. Again, I can show you guys some of the 94 to 95s and what they're going for. They're very in demand cards, especially for, if you take the game seriously and you play it very competitively. I mean, I'm not saying you're going to find a Sam Laporta or a Justin Reed for super cheap, but I mean, you can see every one of these cards is on the first, 2, 3, 4 pages. I mean, these are all multi-million coin cards, and you'd be surprised at how many of these, if you go to either mutt.gg or if you just go to your recent sale history for these cards, if you're fortunate enough to get a snipe, you can see that these cards fluctuate up and down very drastically. I mean, even your team of the weeks, most recently, Jamison Williams was a card that people were paying 5-6 mil for as early as a few days ago. So Joe Burrow, I was able to flip, for 990K. I bought, sold him for 1.4 and change. Zach Martin, if you remember one of my other videos, I showed you a recent sale. I bought him for under 900K or around 900K. I mean, he's a 1.6, 1.7 million card. So just be cognizant of it. Again, I think as we get later in the year, more and more people will be done with the game or won't care as much, or just simply won't know the auction house. And we can take advantage of those people because they're very uneducated on what cards go for, whether it be, like I said, program-wise, overall-wise, or position-wise. So continue to do so. It's how I was able to get that Joe Burrow snipe yesterday. It's how I was able to get the Roma Dunze I showed you I'm still selling for 300K. He sells for mid-4s. Just monitor these cards. Maybe make a list of 10 to 15 to 20 to 25 cards that you see. Cooper DeJean, I'll tell a story on. I actually probably a week or two ago, maybe closer to 2 weeks. I saw one of these get posted for under $1 million, and this was still when he was going for over 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. And it was live on stream, and I missed it. I blanked. I missed it. I thought I got a decent refresh, and I didn't. I didn't unfortunately get that snipe, so that one hurt a little bit. But again, all you got to do to look at these cards is simply 94 to 95 in the auction house. Just kind of study what they're going for. As it takes a little bit to load. Kind of study what they're going for. Pick out a card. Like if you want to do Cooper DeJean, you just punch in DeJean, right? Punch in a few letters of him. You see cheapest one's going for 1.75. Again, not saying you're going to get a snipe. You may never buy one of these. But if you simply just make a little mental note of specific players, specific positions, or specific theme teams, you can kind of just be like, okay, all offense, all defense, let's see what we got going on here. If I, happen to see, oh man, I know what George Kittle LTD's price is going for. I saw he was going for $500K. Why is that card being posted for $370? I'm going to go ahead and scoop that. These are, like I said, more for big fish or high roller type individuals. And we've talked to a few of them in the Twitch streets. I would highly recommend just keeping an eye on your 94 to 95s. And obviously, as more higher tiered cards come out and more promos come out as we get into the later parts of January, February, March, these 94 to 95s will kind of trickle into the spot of 92 to 93s. They'll get cheaper. They'll get easier to snipe. And we'll be able to break it down a lot more, cookie cutter, like black and white. There's this is what you buy for, this is what you sell for. When you're dealing with higher overall cards and stuff like this, it's not that way. It's very individual card price dependent. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to touch base on a lot of different things in this video, where the market's at, a couple different things I've been noticing and trend patterns and stuff like that. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. As always, feel free to drop a like and a comment on this video. Means the world, helps it gets pushed to the public, and a lot of new people kind of coming in and seeing our content, seeing what we're all about, and giving us a fair shake. Feel free to follow me over on Twitter or Twitch. Links in the description. The Discord, feel free to join. It's entirely free. And yeah, maybe consider dropping a subscription here on the YouTube as well. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so I really am truly humbled and thankful by all your support over the better part of the last probably 2 to 3 weeks of actually uploading serious content on this YouTube page. So thank you guys for watching. Continue to be involved. Continue to ask questions. I'll be around all day, all week, all month. And I look forward to continuing to grow the channel with you guys and helping you guys make coins. And the most important thing is not giving EA your hard-earned money. Give EA your hard-earned time, and you will see you reaping the rewards. Again, Xbox, PlayStation, new, old, doesn't matter. We will continue to crank these videos out for you guys. So thank you for watching. Take care. We'll see you in the next one, boys. Peace out.